What if your cat is trying to tell you something heartbreaking and you're just missing it? Every single day, your cat is quietly begging for 5 simple things. And getting these right could change everything about the relationship you have with them. So, let's break down what your cat has been waiting for you to finally figure out. All right, let's start with something we've all seen. You get home, and there's your cat, perched on top of the fridge like a tiny, furry gargoyle. Again. Or maybe they've scaled your tallest bookshelf, knocking over a few things on their way up. It's so easy to see this as just mischief, right? But the heartbreaking truth is much simpler. Your cat isn't trying to be naughty. They're trying to feel safe. This is our first heartbreaking need, a desperate need for vertical space. In the wild, a cat's ancestors used trees and high ledges to stay safe from predators and to spot their next meal. That powerful instinct doesn't just disappear because they live in a comfy home with a food bowl. To an indoor cat, a world without high places is a flat, two-dimensional landscape where threats, like the vacuum cleaner or another pet, could come from anywhere. It's a state of constant vulnerability. When your cat climbs, they're not misbehaving. They're building a 3-dimensional world where they can feel in control. Veterinary behaviorists will tell you that vertical space isn't a luxury. It's a basic necessity for a cat's mental health. Denying them this is like denying a bird the sky. Without places to climb, a cat can feel exposed and stressed, which can lead to issues like aggression or hiding. In houses with more than one cat, vertical territory is even more critical. It lets them create their own zones and escape conflict, fostering peace instead of fighting. The solution is painfully simple. You don't need to turn your house into a jungle gym. A solid cat tree by a window, a few wall shelves, or even just clearing off the top of a bookcase can completely change your cat's world. It gives them a secure perch to survey their kingdom, a safe place to retreat, and an outlet for that deep need to climb. When you provide these spaces, you're not just saving your decor. You're telling your cat that you see their need for security and you respect it. You're giving them back a piece of their wild soul. Okay, picture this. You're waving a laser pointer, and your cat is going absolutely bonkers, chasing that little red dot with amazing focus. It seems like the perfect game. But have you ever noticed what happens the second you turn it off? Sometimes the cat seems frantic, right? Still searching, maybe even pouncing on your feet. And that right there is our second heartbreaking need. The need to complete the hunt. Cats are hardwired with a predatory sequence: stalk, chase, pounce, and kill. This cycle is a huge part of their psychology. When you just use a laser pointer, your cat stalks and chases, but the cycle never finishes. They can never, ever catch the dot. The prey just vanishes into thin air. This can leave them feeling frustrated and anxious, like a story with no ending. This isn't just about play. It's about satisfying a core part of who they are. For indoor cats, playtime is their job. It's how they hunt. When that hunt always ends in failure, it can cause pent-up energy to come out in destructive ways, like scratching the sofa or showing aggression. So, what's the fix? Don't ditch the playtime, just change how you play. The secret is to provide a tangible kill at the end of the game. A wand toy with feathers or a mouse on the end is perfect for this. Let your cat chase and pounce, and during the session, let them actually catch it. Let them hold it, bite it, and do that killer shake. After the final catch of the day, give them a small treat. This completes the hunt, eat, groom, sleep sequence that makes a cat feel deeply satisfied. This small tweak to your routine can make a huge difference. It gives them a healthy outlet for their predator instincts, cuts down on stress, and builds their confidence. You're no longer the keeper of the frustrating red dot. You're their trusted hunting partner. If you're starting to see your cat in a new light, and these insights are helping you understand their world a little better, please take a moment to subscribe and click the notification bell. We're dedicated to helping you build a deeper, more loving bond with your feline family, and your support allows us to keep creating content that makes a real difference. We've all been there. A loud noise, guests arrive, and poof, your cat vanishes. Maybe under the bed or into a dark closet. Our first instinct is to go after them, right? To coax them out with a soft voice and a reassuring pat. But in doing that, you might be making things so much worse. This reveals our third heartbreaking need, a truly safe, untouchable hiding space. Cats are both predators and prey, and this simple fact shapes their entire world. Because they are also prey animals, their instinct screams that being vulnerable is dangerous. Hiding isn't your cat being antisocial, it's a vital coping mechanism. When a cat feels scared, sick, or overwhelmed, their first defense is to retreat to a small, dark, enclosed space where they feel invisible. The heartbreaking part is when we, with the best intentions, invade that sanctuary. By trying to pull them out or even just reaching in to pet them, we're telling them that their safe spot isn't safe at all. We accidentally confirm their fear, that there's nowhere to truly escape. This can skyrocket their stress, leading to health and behavior problems like over-grooming or avoiding the litter box. Creating this sanctuary is one of the easiest and most loving things you can do for your cat. It doesn't need to be fancy. A simple cardboard box often beats an expensive cat bed. The most important rule is this: that space is theirs, and theirs alone. It's a place where they are never, ever disturbed. No reaching in, no pulling them out, no exceptions. Put it in a quiet part of the house, maybe up high, since height adds another layer of security. By respecting this one boundary, you give your cat a powerful tool to manage their own stress. You're providing a refuge where they can decompress, knowing they have total control. It's a silent promise that you understand their need for space and that you will protect their peace. This simple act builds a tremendous amount of trust. For most of us, feeding the cat is simple. Scoop the food, fill the bowl, walk away. It's clean, it's easy, and it gets the job done. But what if that simple bowl of food is accidentally starving their brain? This brings us to our fourth heartbreaking need, the need to engage their brain to eat. In the wild, a cat doesn't walk up to a buffet. They spend a big part of their day problem-solving as they hunt. The whole process is a workout for their body and mind. When we just plop food in a bowl, we take away all the work. We're meeting their caloric needs but starving their cognitive ones. A bored cat is often a mischievous or depressed cat. This lack of mental stimulation can lead to them eating out of boredom and gaining weight, or it can show up as destructive behavior as they look for a challenge. The heartbreaking truth is that a cat fed only from a bowl is living a life of monotony, with one of its most important natural behaviors made totally pointless. The solution is to turn mealtime back into a game. This is where food puzzles come in. These are toys that require your cat to bat, slide, or dig to get their food, which mimics the challenge of hunting. You can buy them, or you can make your own with things like an egg carton or a cardboard tube with holes poked in it. Spreading wet food on a lick mat also slows down eating and provides stimulation. You can also hide small amounts of their food around the house, encouraging them to forage, using their powerful sense of smell. This also fits their natural instinct to eat several small meals a day, not one or two big ones. By making your cat work for their food, you're giving them crucial mental enrichment. You're fighting boredom, helping manage their weight, and letting them be the smart hunter they were born to be. You're turning mealtime from a 2-minute blip into a rewarding part of their day. Cats get a bad rap for being aloof and independent, right? They want cuddles 1 minute and want to be left alone the next. So it's easy to think they love a life with no rules. But that couldn't be further from the truth. This is our final and perhaps most surprising heartbreaking need. The need for a predictable, consistent routine. Cats are creatures of habit. They thrive on predictability because, to them, predictability means safety. Knowing when food is coming, when it's playtime, and when it's quiet time gives them a structure that melts away their anxiety. When their life is chaotic, random feeding times, sporadic play, affection forced on them, it creates a deep sense of instability. They don't know what to expect from the world, or from you. The heartbreaking part is that a cat living in chaos can never truly relax. They might become anxious, leading to behaviors like scratching or meowing constantly. They might seem clingy one second and distant the next because they're just trying to navigate an unpredictable world. Their aloofness might not be independence, but a defense against inconsistency. Building a routine is a powerful act of love. It's about creating small, consistent rituals that anchor your cat's day. Scheduled feeding times are a cornerstone of this routine. So are scheduled play sessions, ideally once in the morning and once in the evening, to match their natural energy cycles. Even how you interact can be part of it. Greet them the same calm way when you come home. Have a set time for quiet lap sitting. This consistency builds incredible trust. It sends a clear message. You are safe. Your needs will be met. This world is stable. It allows your cat to stop worrying and just live with confidence. By providing a predictable routine, you are speaking to your cat in the language they understand best, the language of reliability. You become the steady, reassuring presence in their world. So, there they are. 5 simple but profound needs your cat has been trying to communicate. A high place to feel secure, a finished hunt to feel like a cat, a safe space to decompress, a challenge at mealtime to stay sharp, and a routine to feel safe. Meeting these needs isn't about a ton of extra work. It's really just about shifting our perspective, seeing the world through their eyes for a moment. By making these small changes, you're doing more than just fixing bad behaviors. You are honoring the wild, intelligent, and sensitive creature you share your home with. You are telling them, in a language they deeply understand, I see you, I get you, and I love you for exactly who you are. What's one heartbreaking need you've noticed in your own cat? Share your story in the comments below. We read every single one. And for more ways to deepen your bond with your cat, check out our other videos. Thank you for watching.